another $10, but didn't know who was gonna put it on the outside the window.
This conference will now be recorded.
We'll begin with the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everybody to the April 29th Marion County Commission meeting. This is a payday meeting, so we'll move right into the payday process. Commissioners have had a chance to review the payday information. For any questions?
The total payday for this month was $1,143,601.48.
Make a motion to approve the $300.65 to Western Associates.
Okay, we have a motion for the Western Associates, a second by Commissioner Dahlke. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
I sustain.
Motion carried, 4 in favor, 1 abstention.
I'll make a motion to approve the Elcon services in amount of $1,056.46.
We have a motion from Commissioner Becker to approve the Elcon bill.
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Crowfoot. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Abstain. 4 in favor, 1 abstention. Motion carries. We're ready for full payday. If there are no other questions or discussion.
There's the payroll board.
Okay. So do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Garing to approve grand total payday in the amount of $1,143,601.48. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Commissioner Crowfoot. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
It's very nice having that clipboard instead of that book.
Yes.
It's very nice. So much. It's the little things.
It's the little
Right,
things.
I understand.
Yes, absolutely. Makes life so much easier.
Then we have the total sales tax for April in the amount of $70,089.79. Next, I have some change orders.
We like.
Any change order?
Pay change order.
Okay.
Any change?
I see that the food sales tax
Yeah.
legislation is going to the governor's desk.
No,
That came until next year.
It passed.
Hello.
They overrode.
Can't take a seat.
You might sign in,
Oh,
right there.
What?
Right there. Isn't that a sign, is there a sign-in sheet there? No,
just says
no, no, no.
register.
Okay.
There you go.
I usually have a sign-in book there, so that's why.
okay, so.
So where is one?
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, next I have the minutes for April 25th.
The commission's had a chance to review the minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Becker, is there a second? Second, Commissioner Dalkey. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Sales tax went down.
Need a clipboard for those two.
I know.
I do.
I need you to re-sign the 18th, because when we went to go print, you printed it wrong, so
You
just
don't
re-sign
blame
the
me, do you?
18th.
He knows you.
Okay, got those taken care of.
All right, next I have a planning and zoning job description that I gave you all. You will just need a motion and a vote if you approve it.
Okay. Any questions on the job description?
I think it matches what was in our packet last meeting.
Okay, then I would take a motion to approve the new position, position description for planning and zoning environmental health technician. Motion by Commissioner Garing, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Becker, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Next, I have a proclamation for National Correctional Officers and Employees Week, which is next week, May 1 through the 7th.
Make a motion to authorize the chairman to make that proclamation.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Garing to move forward with the proclamation for National Correctional Officers and Employees Week, May 1st through May 7th. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Commissioner Crowfoot. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We declare next week National Correctional Officers and Employees Week, and I thank them for their work.
I think it would be a good idea if we took some rolls or donuts or something over to them. We need to make that a motion.
Let's do it.
Or could we direct staff to handle that?
Last year, I just, commissioners just do it. Yeah, I just went down to Rhubarb and picked up some for here and for there. I don't think I made it to Peabody.
Yep. But for those who can do it, we don't have a meeting next week.
Yeah. You want to take care of Hillsborough? I'd take care of Mary.
Yeah. I'll hit them all.
Okay.
Just because
Okay, we'll assign Commissioner Garing to take care of that.
I like to make sure promoting our local business.
Okay, next I have the application number 9 from Nelson Fowles for the ambulance station
Okay.
in Hillsborough.
With the retaining.
I'm gonna give it to you, because you can make heads or tails of it quicker than any of us.
John, there's a place in Florence and Marion also.
Right. Yeah. You wanna help out?
Okay,
Okay.
I could do the Marion place.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Let's look.
So it looks like there's still a $3,000. So there's another application coming for.
Okay, so this is not the final.
I've never, I mean, I've had the food, but I've never been there.
Yeah. At the farm, sometimes she delivered, I don't know what.
I don't know, I didn't just finish it out, but probably because.
Okay, so what's the amount of this? This is 46,000.
Yeah, current payment.
Okay. And should there be a shoot doesn't that show?
It does, but.
Over here,
They're showing right here.
okay.
That's finished. So I'm not sure, probably because Travis has some little nicks or something to fix.
They're still.
I did know that some of the power receptacles in the storage room are tied to the lighting circuit, so they probably are holding back the final pay.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve pay application number 9 for the Hillsborough, Marion County Ambulance Building in the amount of $46,797.25. There's still a balance to finish of about $3,000.
I'd make that.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Galkey. Is there a second by Commissioner Gearing? Discussion? Did any other commissioners want to see this? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0. While we're looking at that, did you have the lease?
Yep, next I have the lease purchase agreement for the 2 used motor graders.
I'm waiting for yours to go off.
Mine's stuck in drought mode.
Is it? Oh, it's sprinkled just a little bit in the wall. I felt one drop.
The
That
sense
flock of
scanner,
birds that went over.
Yeah.
You was in the lucky place, Jonah.
I guess.
You got the lucky drop.
Yeah, stole it from the air.
Got all the stickies.
The next thing is I have the auction results of the motor graders. You wanna see that?
Okay.
And then if you want to decide,
I saw him finish.
or if you want to award Marion and theirs or not.
Round
or-
42.
That's an ethical question now.
You guys wanted to wait until after, so.
I didn't think it was that great of an idea.
what? I move that we accept their bid.
It was 37.5. Okay. Now we have a motion from Commissioner Crowfoot to accept the City of Marion's bid on the motor grader at $37,500. Second by Commissioner Galkey. Discussion?
I'm thinking at 37, what the other grader went for was
42.
less.
29.5 and then
Right, but you gotta add a 10% on that.
Right.
It had a bad transmission too.
Oh.
This one doesn't.
Information didn't know.
Yeah. I found this out later because
Okay.
I was questioned.
Then I would, no further issues with it.
All right, any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried.
I don't know how bad.
Well, that's enough to adjust the bid. We're not sure, you're not gonna bid as high.
And that's all I have for you.
It's all you have.
Now we gotta wait.
15 minutes by the official clock. 9:30 is the official opening, so we got a few minutes to wait yet. Production sheet.
I think the bid we put that. Remember, it's gravel.
That one pickup we should have offered to
Motion to recess.
Oh, that's good.
just locally.
We have a motion to recess until 9:30. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Becker. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We'll be back at 9:30.
You know, those trucks that have utility bids on
Sit here
them.
and stare at each other.
I mean, that thing I'm sure had a ton of miles on it, but
Yeah,
that was
we
a
got
cheap.
50,000 on it.
I mean, the utility bid was worth that much.
This was not
This
registered.
conference is no longer being recorded.
What'd you say, 5:39?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, we're back.
I guess I'm giving it to do.
We're back from recess. It's 9:30, so we'll proceed to the audiovisual bid openings. We have 2 bids. First one is from Funk Electric. I'm trying to remember all the options here.
Should be a bid sheet. Right there.
That's the blank one.
Yeah, that shows you all the options.
Okay. So in the base bid, this is from Funk Electric, base bid of $59,850. Pricing for the light replacement option, $2289.43. Auto door option bid, $2,971.44. Hall option, $4,758.54. Traveling camera, number 3 option, $5,488.85. Camera option 4, $5,488.85.
Now you know why I kept those options.
Okay. That's it. This is our second bid from Glasner. Glanzer, sorry.
Who's that calling you? Which one was that calling you?
I think we've got one for everybody here, so that'll help. Ashley.
You've got an extra.
Down there.
Base bid, $36,729. Auto door option, $3,270. Hall auction, $970. Traveling camera, 3, $2,630. Traveling camera, 4, $2,630. Lighting replacement. And it says it's included in the base bid, $990. Ceiling tile replacement included in base bid, $755.
The lighting and the ceiling tile, that should not be included in base bid.
Yeah.
I misspoke.
Back page.
Okay, I was going to
But this monitors are included in the base bid.
monitor option 1.
The auto door, what is that, automatic closing?
Yeah.
That one?
This door right here.
Controlled at the clerk's desk.
Which hall option is monitor?
It's a secondary, well, it's a secondary monitor system, so basically it's its own independent where the clerk can see out in the hall. Or it could be put on
It's
the
a
wall.
camera.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna make it a lot easier.
Upstairs.
He's gonna be here next week, I think, or week after. I don't know.
Okay. So you took down his political signs?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I noticed it.
I drove by the other, the boards are blank. Somebody took them down.
What were we paying for this, general fund?
Well, we didn't determine that yet or not. We kicked around some ARPA funding.
Well, that's what I was wondering if we should.
We kicked that around a bit, and that, I don't know if that could fall into the building fund. So technically, you are doing something to your building, but I don't know.
Is it COVID related?
Yes.
Because you're dealing with access,
So we could do
public access.
remote meetings.
Yeah.
Anybody else is?
Yeah. That's what brought him. Want to be able to at least talk to people out there. Sometimes we don't.
We can do that.
Okay, how would commissioners like to proceed?
Well, and full disclosure, Elcon has bid under Glanzer on the electrical part, so I will have to abstain from any decisions between the two.
Well, we can either accept one bid or open it back up, which probably wouldn't do us any good to open it back
No,
up.
I don't.
I haven't seen the other one.
Oh.
That's what I came up with on the spreadsheet.
Can't see it, didn't you? The other bid?
The other bid? Yes, sir.
That's,
You tell me. There's the light.
I just wanna make sure we're bidding apples to apples,
Yeah, that's,
That's hard.
which I think we are, aren't we?
Yes.
that's why the specs was set, so that they match the meter specs.
It's
Yeah.
excluded.
That's a big hit, because there's an AV rack included with this. Your yours, right? That's the reason why I wanted the bidders to be here.
Right. I mean, there's significant price differences between the two bids.
Right.
Without the exclusions, but the higher bid has the exclusions.
Yeah, I think both bids look good, and I think we ought to delete the automatic door option. Well, just,
It's a lot of money when that guy down there could go
Yeah.
close the door.
I mean,
If I just see somebody coming first that I don't want in.
you'll create problems down later in life because of quit working someday. That's my opinion.
What's the significance of the traveling cameras?
It's just more camera options to pick up different views. Right now, the base bid basically has two, try to be in the best position to pick up us and the crowd, if there was one.
So you
but-
would need an extra travel camera.
But an extra one wouldn't hurt to have, because you could have one facing the board and one facing the speaker over there. But then you could have a third one would allow you to look back over here, or you could have not one facing the speaker.
These two wouldn't pick up.
It wouldn't quite pick up over there.
You scoot them over.
So it really would be beneficial to have three in my mind total. So the first one, the fourth one, I'm not sure.
Plus the hall camera?
The hall camera's a security feature.
Right.
Are these being recycled in?
The monitor.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
going away.
monitors were, in the bid, were made, spec'd out to remain and to be
Would we use that one
and the one in the hall.
someplace?
I think it's gonna stay there. It's just gonna have to be tied into the system.
You would have one there.
There.
We had 3 TVs.
Could always use one.
And then what was
Well,
the
that's what I'm gonna get from it.
difference between traveling camera 3 option and traveling camera 4 option?
Basically where we wanted it to be, what kind of angles we wanted it to be. This is just more to provide, the rough end opening is provided in the base bid as per spec'd out. So the locations will be there. Then it's more
And the
of
cameras
moving
later.
the cameras to where you want them to be.
But the choice is one or the other, right?
No, you can have all.
You can move one.
Yeah.
We can buy the cameras next year if we want to. But we'd have the hookups already to be wired in.
On the lighting option, or are we just gonna put new lights in these, or was it,
It'll be, I don't know if you're familiar with flat panel fixtures.
Okay.
So it'll change the aesthetic a little bit because they'll look like a glow panel.
Okay.
But the particular option that we're proposing are power and color select. So say you don't like this color temperature of this light that you currently have, with the flip switch, we can change them in those fixtures. And say we install them and you decide you want more light, if we're on the middle setting or the low setting, we can, with a flip switch, amp up the light. So,
It's like a dimmer switch.
and there's dimming capability with them too. That's also included in the bid. Oh.
Yeah. More light. That's a good option, especially when you go with the cameras.
Well, yeah,
If the cameras are not picking up as good, you can change them.
turn the lights down a little bit. It's a little too bright today, look at the white paper, glare it back at me.
okay, I see lighting replacement option 990, and then I see it over here, but yet it says included in base bid on this colored copy.
Sorry, that's my typo.
Okay.
Go by the official spreadsheet back.
This one? Okay. Is that,
Yeah, there's-
Let me pull it up here in a second.
Yeah.
Let's see.
and then the ceiling tile replacement too, that's,
Real time,
It's so it's right on.
Yeah.
Let's go by the back
Yeah,
page.
on the
Back page.
official, yes,
Okay.
submission.
Yeah, because you got your base bid up here, and then you're adding to it, and then over there it says the base bids. Yeah. Well, before anybody does anything, I just make a motion not to do the auto door option. That's just for right now, so we rule that out, unless anybody wants it.
Okay, we have a motion to eliminate the auto door option. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Becker. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
I'm not deciding between one or the other, I can vote on that.
It's an option.
It's eliminated from both.
And do we need 2 traveling cameras?
I would prefer myself to have at least one of those option traveling cameras. So that way that we make a total of 3. If you wanted to eliminate number 4, in my opinion, that would be fine. Just, I think 3 would give us the best coverage.
Is the traveling camera controlled from the controller?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So that's up to the clerk to,
Well,
It's gonna go based on who's speaking in the room, so I would assume your third one would be pointed at whoever is, like Bryce is over here presenting. It'd be probably located on that wall, pointed at him, so you can actually see his face. And that would be getting selected based on if he's talking in the room versus someone else.
I gotta
Is this-
apologize. When I drew it all up, I called it traveling cameras for people to understand that it moves, right? Technical term is PTZ, I think.
see what I'm thinking? I'm thinking NFL. and they're
You can't afford that.
You gotta remember, you're talking commission. You
But
say
that's what
traveling,
comes to my
one
mind.
says it's turning, the other one says.
I'd like to think that the brawls have settled down quite a bit lately. There's no reason to be running it that far.
So basically, it's a move.
That's a real layman's
Yeah.
way of
Not
using
physically
traveling camera.
moving.
Is that right?
Panning.
PTZ is pen, tilt, zoom.
There you go, there you go.
Question I have then, if we decided on 3, camera option 3, and 6 months down the road, we decided we needed the 4th one, can you add that then at that time?
Because they're wiring in for it, but this won't be nothing there, is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, as part
We
of
had
our
to plug in, but we won't.
locations will be roughed in. So if you guys decide later on.
I see.
yeah.
Okay.
The locations are also roughed in. That allows us to decide, well, camera option 3, we don't like that location. Can we put it in the 4 option location?
Oh,
We can move that
We can
camera.
put 2 over on that wall.
Yeah.
and maybe-
Okay.
Well, where they're drawn in are showing for the good system by the
then,
supplier.
my next question then, tell me, if I chose the 4th camera option, would that be a lot more coverage with the 4 cameras than the 3 cameras?
What it does is when it's switching automatically between people speaking,
Okay.
it keeps you from, pay attention on TV, you'll notice that it's usually cuts, it's you speaking, somebody else
Yeah.
speaking. It's like that. Rarely do they just
Yeah.
go back and forth. I mean, that's a tennis match, and that gets fatiguing to me viewing.
Yeah.
It's nauseating.
Okay.
So if they had a 4th camera, had a speaker here, and somebody spoke up from the audience, the 4th camera would pick them up right away. And they
Yeah.
just, it badger back and forth
Yeah.
instead of swinging.
Right.
And I mean, just to keep expectations.
But they're not supposed to be talking from the audience.
Just to keep expectations correct. I mean, if there's one word quips back and forth, you don't want to go that fast, because
Yeah.
that would also
Oh,
be
yeah.
a fairly jarring experience,
Yeah.
you know.
We don't have one-word comments.
We got 2 words, shut up sometimes.
I've read that in the newspaper.
So this room gonna be
Talking at the same
usable
time.
while it's under revamp?
See why not? Everything we're gonna do is behind the scenes, so, and we can work with your schedule too.
Cause I don't wanna move to the district court.
Some of my best work is done on the construction site.
So while the discussion was on the PZT cameras, options 3 or 4, what is the commission feel on that, on those options?
I wouldn't be in favor of both.
Yeah, I think
One traveling camera.
we could cut out option 4.
Cut out option 4, is that a motion?
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion,
I'll second
Commissioner
that.
Gehring to eliminate traveling camera 4, option $2,630. Second by Commissioner Becker. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried 4-0. That brings the total down to $42,074.
The hall option, when that camera's, who's gonna be monitoring that camera? Is that courthouse? No, the clerk.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just checking.
Now, can that be used during the week someplace else, and can it be monitored?
That is centric to this system.
What?
That is centric to this system.
This is, okay. So they can't watch in the clerk's office and when nobody's in this room?
It just says on clerk's control
Yeah,
monitor.
right now, that's
Yeah,
not
okay.
part of the design.
Yeah.
So our county system is, we do have a camera out there in the hall, I believe. And but it's monitored by the courthouse, or the sheriff's office over there, if I remember right. Am I right? All right, yeah, I thought it was, but wasn't sure. But I like the idea of having, you may need to see something, what's going on out
Tina
there.
is able to see.
Yeah,
She's hooked up to it to where she can see in the hallways from her computer.
yeah, on that one, that's there now. But
Right.
I'm saying, when you're sitting here in a meeting, I like the hall option where you can see what's going on, or
See who's waiting.
something like that. First I wanted to rule it out, but then I got to think about it, I said, no, I'm not. I
It's
think
a nice feature.
Yeah, I sort of like it.
Not very much.
Yeah, yeah. So, I guess unless somebody has ceiling tile replacement option, that would be my next question.
I would just say on the ceiling tile replacement, it gives a little more flexibility working, and if something happens to tile,
Yeah.
it's done, it'll dress up the room.
They're
Just
gonna
makes
break one.
I like it.
Just makes everything go easier, and it'll look nice.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
What you say?
Ceiling tile replacement, is it reveal?
It's a revealed edge ceiling tile, 2x4 tile, and we would be replacing every tile in the room.
Does that
track
help?
2,
What's that?
track 2 or something?
No, we'll leave the grid as it
Leave
is,
the
we'll
grid as
replace
is.
the tiles.
Does that help with the sound dampening, being a reveal tile?
Marginally. I mean,
You
I
don't
just,
really need to repaint
For
it.
my personal knowledge.
it would be hard to
Maybe like this color.
I think it looks better, but
I do too.
And we're gonna get rid of that black wire over there.
Yes.
I don't know what that.
No more masking tape in the corner?
yeah.
What's that for?
It's part of the system, I think.
Of this system?
Okay, any other discussion on bids?
Are you making a motion to add the all option?
Yes.
To
Yeah,
keep it.
To keep it.
Well, what we could do is, since we've already eliminated 2 options, I guess what I would ask for is a motion to accept the bid with the remaining options.
I would make that motion to
Okay.
accept the bid with remaining options without no more crossouts.
And the total would be $42,074. Because we've eliminated the auto door option and the traveling camera 4 option.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Okay, Commissioner Dalkey made the motion, second from Commissioner Crowfoot, Glasner, Pro Audio.
Yes.
Thank you. Any other discussion?
How long?
I abstain.
What's that?
It's,
How long?
Right now, lead time is at least 60 days.
So, but as far as the electrical and cable and stuff, we should be able to get that done in a couple weeks at least, so.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Abstain.
One abstain, so we have 4 in favor, 1 abstain. I want to thank you for all your work. And-
Yeah, well, they can go, but I wanna make them another motion after they're done there.
Okay, I want to thank you for the work in putting together a lot of moving parts here, literally and figuratively. And we do appreciate your time and your patience in working with us.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
I think
you
it's
guys
going to
for
be
your
a big
time.
asset to the county.
All right. Enjoy your day.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, Commissioner
I
Gregory.
would like to make a motion that we try to utilize ARPA funding if it's possible. I would be against utilizing general fund monies on a project.
How about if those ARPA funds are accepted as
If they're,
lost
that's why I
revenue?
said, if that we can utilize them if allowable.
But if they are taken as lost revenue, they go into general
But I guess I could see your point, because this is the first round of monies, right? And then, but if we can actually fit a
Okay.
legit category,
And it is.
we should use that. That way we can carry over the lost revenue to the next round.
Okay, I mean, it is, there's no question it's a legit use.
I'm just thinking, if we block it out correctly, then we don't have to show more lost revenue.
Right.
We don't have to.
Right. I understand, it took me a little bit to catch up on your
Yeah,
motion.
I just don't think a general fund is appropriate to be drawn from if we can utilize other resources.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Becker to utilize ARPA funds for the audio-visual upgrade, general fund being secondary. Is that,
the way you feel, Kent? He just asked you if it's.
Yeah, well,
ARPA funds first?
priority.
If not,
Yeah.
then.
In the end, we're gonna pay for it, so.
Right, right.
I'll second that.
Second by Commissioner Crowfoot, discussion. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me catch up on that.
Yeah.
That works. All right, Susan.
Now, wait a minute, I got one.
Okay.
Commissioner Garing, thank you for your time.
Yeah.
This is a step that we needed, and it's a good thing, so.
I get on a lot of meetings, and I'm jealous of what everybody else has. So I'm a little more biased to want to help it get done.
Yes, and again, it's something way beyond the other 4 commissioners.
Yes, yes.
We don't have the patience or the expertise. So
So the two
Commissioner
non-tech
Dahlke's
people made the
comments are
motion.
very appropriate. Thank you.
And I tried to distance myself from those
Yes.
two, so that I wasn't having any favoritism. And I answered questions to them and to others
Yes, thank you.
equally as somebody just in the back room.
I think I've got everything put together here. All right, Susan, we are ready.
I
Sorry
don't want to
about
take too much of your time, because I know I'm not on the agenda. I am on the agenda a week from Monday, and we can talk about it again then. I just kind of wanted to propose something. I've had quite a few people have paid. You know, we've had a good response to the initial letters, and so we've got, got some of those old taxes paid, which is always good to see. We have a few people who are struggling. This is where they live, and they had been in our escrow program. And somewhere along the way, because I've been in the office for 11 years, but somewhere along the way, I think there was the impression with people in escrow that if they made regular payments, that they would not necessarily be considered for the tax sale. And I don't know where that understanding maybe came from, and maybe I misinterpret that, but that's kind of the impression
Your credit card companies will let you keep on going if you try to make an effort, so maybe that.
Yeah, and I think that there was a time when, when maybe the escrow program first started, and this was, and still is a good tool for helping people get caught up and all that. So there are a few people that have been in escrow for a long time, and they are paying on their properties that the primary residence. It's a primary residence they're paying on. I wanted to propose maybe this first go round, if they can come up with a solid pay plan, where they would pay off or get caught up to the 2017 taxes within a set time, 12 months is what I'm thinking, then, you know, they would, the only problem is that once they do that, then 2018
The next
next
year's
year, I mean,
already
it's
on.
gonna be kind of, but it'll give them some time maybe to do something. I don't expect an answer today, it's just something that I wanted to throw out there.
Okay.
I'll follow whatever, because I'm on the fence. I'm compassionate to the people who are having a hard time doing this because they thought paying escrow would keep them safe. And I don't know if there's anything that we said, or it was just the impression that they had. Because in the past, they had been.
Yes.
So,
I believe when that was set up, that we wanted to help them pay their taxes. That was the main reason for that. But we also, I thought we discussed that this problem that you're facing right now is that's what we wanted, the reason why the escrow is to stay out of that tax sale deal, so we didn't have to mess with them if they can stay ahead. And what you're sort of proposing is to try to stay ahead of the
Yes.
sales.
Well-
So that, I think that's, we're all on the same track here if we go through with that.
Just need to.
Yeah, just to wind it up a little bit more, and, but I'm pretty sure that we never had the intentions of letting you, unless it was some sort of outlandish
Situation, right.
situation individually that we looked at, but the basic line was to pay your taxes before you got to the tax sale with escrow. Because if we let them get further and further behind in escrow, then we're not helping.
well, you notice that some of these people are still paying on 2012 taxes.
Yeah, I noticed.
And that's a concern, because even if they pay every month, I mean, they'd have to pay thousands of dollars every month to catch up within a year. I mean, it's too bad. I mean, it's
Because they never raised the payments when they started 10 years ago, they're paying the same amount today, so
They didn't keep up with
they
inflation.
didn't increase the payments.
Yeah,
Right.
the issue is you've got these people that are on fixed income.
Fixed income.
Yes.
And right now, inflation has just destroyed fixed income people.
I know.
I mean, I would like to see us use a little bit of flexibility for 1 year
And that's what I'm
to
trying to
see what's gonna come down the pipe.
And the escrow is to get them caught up, right?
Yeah.
It isn't just a crutch for forever.
It isn't
It's-
maybe
I mean, it's
pass.
supposed to
It
get them
shouldn't be
caught
a free
up.
pass.
So the
It should
escrow
be
should
a-
have been in the past accelerated to get them back to 2021.
And the conversations I've
$10 a
had,
month gets you out.
the conversations I've had with people who have called is that, you know, this is gonna be an annual thing. And so getting out of it now, you're gonna have to stay ahead of this so you're not in it again next year. And then the only way, because the people who were in escrow are now out of escrow, and we applied all that money toward their oldest tax before we mailed the letters. That way they know exactly where they're at, we know where they're at financially, you know, what they owe for taxes. And they were out of the escrow program. The only way to get back in the escrow program is for them to pay, well, one way to get back in the escrow program is for them to pay 2017 and older. And then with the understanding, if they still owe 2018, they'll have to pay that within a year. And then each tax has to be paid within a year. Because we're not doing them any favors by letting them do this and then still be in the tax sale and still scrambling, you know, trying to figure out how they're gonna pay that. So I just thought I'd propose that, and, you know, I was kind of looking at this, and I can give you a solid number. Probably, I'd say, a third of the properties are homeowners, you know, living, we've had a lot of people pay who live where the tax arrears is at. And so we've had a lot of people pay for their homes. But I might put together something for you that shows the number we're talking about. Because I haven't heard from everybody, and I know that some people are scrambling, trying to figure out how to do this, and I certainly, and you know, the fixed income thing is a real issue, whether do I pay this or do I eat?
Well, that's just it. I don't want to force anybody to, you know,
it's
stop
good.
eating or stop going to the doctor or whatever it
Taking
is.
medicine. I know, it's.
Without giving them, you know, a year to decide, you know.
No names mentioned, or anything like that, but 2012 and today's 2022, everybody else has paid, but yet 2012 to 2017 has not paid. How do you feel about that? I mean, you're asking for a year to sort of.
And I'm looking more at the people that still owe on like 2017. These 2012s, to me, that's a different ballgame.
Okay.
They've been.
Well, that's why I'm asking this.
Yeah, and
to
that's
see-
fine,
Yeah.
that's what I wanna talk about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Go back to the
I think
grandkids.
the escrow thing should be always, if you're making payments to get up on a year, within a year, it should be making payments in a year to take care of that year
To cover the prior.
with 10 or 15%. That way you're getting into the next year already. That way you're getting back to now.
Gotta make progress.
Yes.
It's gotta be above what they need. It can't be.
Those that are working on 2012, I mean,
Yeah.
unless they're looking at big windfalls of which we would know anything about.
It's, you know, it's one of those squeak wheel things, you
Mhm.
know, and I'm hoping that those who are affected by this will figure out the best solution. And I just want to, like I said, propose that if you know, and the one in particular that I'm thinking of owes 16 and 17, and if they can come up with a solid payment plan to get those caught up, and then get 18 caught up before the next tax sale. That's kind of
Because that's a year from now.
Yes, that's when we're gonna start, that's the plan, to kind of start this every year at
Yes,
this time.
yes.
So,
Yes. Mhm.
I don't know. I'm trying not to be cold-hearted, but I had to go to the bank and borrow to pay taxes once, so.
we've all been there.
It really bites to borrow money on something that you don't really feel like you're getting. I mean, you do get something for this.
I tell you what, when you put that together,
Mhm.
you can give us a total number, and above 17 is this number, but below that, I'd sort of like to see, if 2012, see what their yearly tax was, and then see what they're paying, and then and if they're behind from 12, 13, 14, 15, I don't see
You
too
almost
much.
gotta be going
Triple tax.
12, 13 in the same 12-month period.
Yeah.
You gotta start doubling up. or, you
And
know,
then
we're-
14 and 15 in the next 12.
Like you said, I don't want to be cold-hearted, but we got to do better.
And we're not, you know, I feel like now in this position, we're not really doing them any favors in allowing that, because they're never gonna get caught up. It's like a credit card company,
Yeah.
where you'll never get caught up.
Yeah.
And I don't
Don't
like to
increase
see
your
that. I
credit.
want people to get caught up and, you know, and.
Just the
feel
mental
good
anguish
about
that
it.
comes with that too. Some people take it hard and they're always in it, and it really messes with their psyche.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't want to take
Thank
any
you.
more time.
Thank
I'll
you.
get some information
All
to
right.
you, and then, I guess I'm on the agenda a week from Monday. Okay, thank you.
Susan. Oh, I will mention that Keita was on the county commission meeting this week, conference.
Oh.
Did a presentation,
Uh-huh,
very well received.
good.
I'm
Okay.
afraid she's gonna pick up a lot of new business.
Well, we-
The Keita, who's doing our tax foreclosure.
But we got locked in for this, so.
Yeah, we got her locked in, that's good. But she did
Thank you.
very good.
Yeah, thank you very much, I appreciate it.
All right. We did have a last minute communication that I'll go ahead and read to the commission. It's from the Safe Hope Group. It said, "Thank you, Commission, for signing the Declaration Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Together we can work to help victims in our county." So I wanted to pass that on since it didn't get in the envelope folder. Was there anything else you needed to take care of today?
Work ahead.
All right, we will take a 5-minute recess and then go into executive session. We'll come back at 10:15, then we'll go into executive session,
Yeah, should-
probably for an hour.
Well, you left it in briefcase.
We can
Start
talk
out with an hour.
Start out with an hour for department head evaluations.
I'll share with you.
So at this point,
Yeah.
we'll recess until 10:15.
This conference is,
It could be,
I wonder why.
it could be smaller down.
I don't know.
this conference will now be recorded.
Build a bigger one.
Yeah.
Reuse it.
Okay, we're done with our recess, and now we're ready to go into executive session to do department head reviews. I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss personnel performance pursuant to KSA 75-4319B for item 1, personnel matters of non-elected personnel performance with the commission for 1 hour from 10:16 to 11:16.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Galkey. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We are adjourned, or we are going into executive session. We will be back at 11:16.
This conference is,
That's a pretty big building. I didn't realize it was a basement.
this conference will now be recorded.
3, 2. We are out of executive session. No decisions made. Anything else? If not, I take a motion to adjourn.
I'd make that.
We have a motion by Commissioner Galkey, second by Commissioner Gehring. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.
I've read meters up there in town.